Welcome back to episode 254 of the Guy and Guns podcast. I'm your host, Troy.
And I'm your other host, Doug. There we go.
We use this podcast to talk about God, guns, and the responsible Christian gun owners' interests. On this week's show, we'll be talking about the Oath Keepers TV channel premiere. We were offered a slot on the Oath Keepers TV, and we don't know all the details yet, but we're supposed to be broadcasting live over there as we speak. So hopefully everything's working, and this is a new setup again. We ran it last week. Everything seemed to be going okay, but you guys hang with us. We'll get it right sooner or later.
Yeah, we will.
First off, we want to thank our bandwidth sponsor, Farms Radio Network. We appreciate those guys and gals and everybody over there that have other content for you guys to check out. And remember, some of those shows are a little bit on the salty side. So just if not all of them are children friendly like we are.
Yes, absolutely.
So we appreciate them putting all that bandwidth up there in the cloud for you guys to download at your convenience. Also, we want to thank
Crossbreed Holsters. Hey, I got my shirt on representing tonight. You've heard Troy say if you're carrying a gun in your car, on your person, if your wife carries it in her pocketbook, you need to be carrying a Crossbreed holster. Crossbreed makes a holster for pretty much anything you want to carry in any way you want to carry. So go check our buddies out at crossbreedholsters.com. Carry the cross.
I'm carrying the cross. What else you got over here?
I'm carrying the cross too. Let's see, PowerTac Lights, one of our new sponsors. If you want a good flashlight, hunters, I'm talking to you guys and pretty much anybody else that's out there, but this one's for the hunters. If you got a headlamp it's always replacing batteries in it and having a hard time, the HL10 from PowerTac Lights is the brightest light that I have ever used. When you got it on full mode, it is 2,600 lumens, and that thing is bright. But my son-in-law Matt just bought one for his AR, and he paid, it was normally $99. It's like 1,000 lumen light for your AR. It comes with the Picatinny mount to hold your light and the pressure switch for $99. And hey, our buddies at PowerTac will give you 20% off if you use our promo code God and Guns, and you can't beat that deal. And then they show us a little love on the backside also. So go check our buddies out, PowerTac Lights, powertac.com.
Cool. So we got one more.
You got one more. You guys have been doing good. This week we've gotten some more sales, and I've had people message me and say, "Hey, what's the link? I'm fixing to buy a 300 blackout. Or I'm fixing to buy this." Palmetto State Armory. If you're into building guns, just buying pieces, parts for this, you want that, they have some great deals. I started to post one today. They have the Vortex Strike Fire 2 for $129. They got a promo code. It came out today. So go check those guys out and go through our affiliate link, and they send us some money. Everything that you spend comes back to the show. Then they help us out with that. So check them out, Palmetto State Armory.
Awesome. Yeah, we've got some more new sponsors towards the end of the show before we get to our Armed Citizen of the Week, but we appreciate these guys are standing tall, are really helping the show out, and we appreciate that.
Yes, they are.
So we have, let's see here, got a phone call this afternoon, and you guys know I've been involved with Oath Keepers since about 2013. I've been a life member, and I try to support the cause whenever I can. And I have got a phone call from one of the board members this afternoon saying, "Hey, would you guys be interested in being on Oath Keepers TV and having your own channel over there?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." So we've been working on that this afternoon. Hopefully everything is working as it should. Everything on my end looks like it's working, but I haven't been able to monitor everything. But if you guys, I've seen some of you guys saying you can't find the app in the App Store, or that you can't find the TV channel on the Rokus and stuff like that. We'll try to get some clarification on that. I mean, it just really happened just a few hours ago, guys. So this is all new. They're talking about having more content over there, things like that, and we're going to be one of those items over there. So we appreciate them giving us this opportunity, and you guys, we appreciate you supporting us. And supporting Oath Keepers. I know Doug's an Oath Keeper as well. So
Yep.
when we went up to Virginia to support that, and there's a item here I want to tell you guys about. If you want to help out Oath Keepers, they have a raffle for Virginia. So the Oath Keepers are in Virginia. They're over there training up a lot of people in the VCDL. They're helping out with that. They're helping out with local townships and local sheriff's departments on how to address these constitutional questions. I think Stuart's really involved in that. Of course, Stuart went to Harvard. He knows constitutional law, but he's a resource that's in the field. And so there's several guys in there training and helping those guys to be able to rally and defend and try to put a stop to all of these unconstitutional laws that's going on. There's a raffle that they're going to be giving away a Diamondback DB10, which is an AR-10 308 caliber rifle, and the tickets are $25 a piece, and we'll put the link to the, if you want to buy the tickets to help support the people of Virginia to keep into their Second Amendment rights and try to take back ground that's been stolen by the Democrats over there. That would help out Oath Keepers in their training and their support of the Virginia citizens. So check that out. It'll be in our show link, show notes. We'll probably post it up on Facebook as well, other social media sites for you guys. Please check that out and support them as well.
All right. Also, while you're talking about that, about Virginia and helping Virginia out, Palmetto State has a deal going for Virginia also, that they have a lower that you can search for it. It's the Virginia. It actually says Virginia lower or something. But anybody that buys one of those lowers for their AR, they're giving the guys up there $10 per lower. So hey, that's a pretty good deal too.
And it's very cool. All right. So this week, guide and gun activities, Doug, what have you been up to?
Let's see. What have I been doing? On the God side, of course, I've been doing my Sportsman's Daily Devotional every day. I read that, and let's see. Why I can't remember what I was doing this on Sunday, but I didn't make it to church. I did watch online. I don't know why. I didn't get the opportunity to go, but I watched, so that was a good thing. On the gun side, of course, I've been doing my everyday carry. I did a little pig hunting Friday night, and I took the axles and tack driver out with me, and me and my friend Luke were out, and we had a big old hog come in. He's probably pushing 250, pretty good sized boy. That he come running up the road on us, and he went straight to the corn and met his demise. So night vision works, man. I'm telling you what, I love that stuff. And my buddy Andy is joining us tonight on our YouTube channel, and he is just starting to get into the night vision stuff. And he's got a thermal and a night vision now, so he is way ahead of the game. So,
ooh, man, I'm jealous.
I know. He was sending me some videos. He was recording video the other night at his house, just playing around with it. And those things, he's got the same one you got, except he's got the new 4 Pro K.
Oh, yeah.
4K Pro Excite. He just picked that one up, and he's running ATN Thor LT, I think it is, on the thermal side. So he's
at the same time?
Well, no. He's got one of two guns.
That's cool.
So he can go thermal or he can go night vision, either one. And I don't know which one he likes better. Actually, he's been playing with the night vision one a lot because he just got it and it records. So his thermal doesn't do any recording. It's just a thermal scope by ATN, which is a great scope. I've looked through it too, and this thing is bad, but he likes all the features. You know, one shot and then it'll zero for you. And, oh, that thing is bad.
Yeah, I enjoy mine. I just I've talked to several people about thermal versus night vision, and the guys that I've talked to are saying you need to get like a thermal imager, like a binocular or whatever, you can spot the game. Then you can use your night vision and take a good accurate shot on it. And so instead of buying a thermal mount to go on your scope, just to go that way, you have a good quality scope with a night vision, and then use the thermal to just spot the animals. So then you can zero in on them and see what they are.
Yeah, I'd like to have what I'd like to have is one of the FLIR handheld thermal imagers. Then you can just sit and watch with it until you see something, and then go. But we killed that hog Friday night, and that was me and Luke, and then me and my son-in-law Matt went back Saturday night, and we were going to try it. And he runs an X-Sight 5x12, I think it is, ATN, and he had it on charge. Everything was good. We get out in the blind. We're getting set up and stuff. He turns it on. He's make sure everything's good, and his battery indicator came on and said he was only at half charge.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, uh-oh. He said, well, I'm going to have to turn this thing off because there's no way I can leave it on, all night. So if you see something, let me know. So I keep my gun up on. I have a shooting stick, so I keep the gun up the entire time, and it's shouldered. So mine, all I have to do is reach up and just turn my optic on, and then I'm good. I can see, and then if I need the illuminator, I can turn it on. So about every 5 or 6 minutes, I'll turn it on, check, see if there's anything down there. Nothing, turn it back off. So I'm up on the stick, and I raised up, and I turned it on, and I'm looking, and I was like, there's something down there moving. And I hit my illuminator for just a second. All I saw was eyes looking back up at me, so I turned it right back off. And I told him, I said, all right, get your gun up. I said, there's 2 of them standing down in the corn pile. So he gets up, gets it turned on, ready to go, and I'm going to turn the IR back on. I said, when I do, they're going to be right there on the left-hand side of the road. So let's bust them. So we raised up, and we got 2 posts that were drove down by the road by the feeder where we were shooting a steel plate a few weeks ago, sighting some guns in. Well, we took the steel plate and everything down, but left the posts. Well, them hogs were standing right behind those posts. So my son-in-law was like, well, let's just wait a minute and see if they'll move out into the road. I'm like, okay, so we'll wait. So we did. About 30 seconds later, them jokers looked right up at me and that IR looking at them, and they turned and ran back in the woods. So I turned the IR off. I said, well, let's give them a minute. 5 minutes. The big black one, he comes right back out, and he's got his head stuck out from behind the other side of the feeder. I'm looking at him. I'm like, okay. I said, there he is, man. I said, let's get him. He's like, well, give him a minute. Let him get out on the road because I can't hardly see him. And I got him in my scope, and I got his head right in my scope. I'm like, let's bust him. He's like, let's wait. Let's wait for a second, see if he gives me a better shot. By the time he turned around, went back in the woods, and that was that. They didn't come back that night, so
he's going to have to upgrade, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he had his own. He was doing good. He just didn't have the shot he wanted. So, I don't tarry too long. It's like that last big hog I killed. He was with me. He couldn't see him. I was like, dude, he's fixing to walk off. He said, well, if you can see him, go ahead. And I lit him up. But we took him over, skinned him out. And as you saw from the Blackstone pictures, I've been cooking him most of the week.
It's been a pork fest this weekend.
It's been an apocalypse.
Well, cool deals. I got all your gun stuff.
It's one last thing I think on the just want to give everybody an update. Still got the court case going against the state of New Jersey. We're gonna take them to court. We're still waiting because when I talked to Mike last time, they have to wait for every county. We sued every county in the state of New Jersey, along with the attorney general and everybody else. So they got to wait for all of them to come back and reply to the lawsuit to see what they say before we can get our next step. But hey, it's ongoing battle. So I got 2 great lawyers. I got Mike and Evan Knappen are the attorneys in this. So I don't know. Hopefully we get it squared away, and it could help out with national reciprocity for everybody. If this goes the way we hope it does, and it may wind up going to the Supreme Court.
Yep. There were several, Knappen's got several cases in New Jersey that's starting to put them back on their heels, looks like. A lot of them, they're going to have to they're going to have to either defend them or drop the illegal, unconstitutional law.
My daughter is doing a paper. She's taking a government class or something right now for college, and she's writing about the lawsuit against New Jersey that we have going. So she's been defending that in her class, which apparently there's a bunch of liberals in her class that I don't think nobody should have guns. Blah blah blah. Take them away, and nobody will get hurt. Yeah, whatever. So she's been defending that. And I started telling her stories about New Jersey's, gun laws for the next part of the paper she has to write. Mm-hmm. So I was telling her about Shaneen Allen that, took a wrong turn, crossed the bridge in New Jersey, trying to get around so she can get back across the bridge. Lawful carrying in Pennsylvania, concealed carry permit, let the officer know she got pulled over for an illegal lane a lane change violation. She told the cop she had a gun, spent 45 days in jail, lost her job. They had her kids for a little while. And, it took Governor Chris Christie actually, letting her off. He basically pardoned her to get her out of it because she was facing 3 to 5 years in prison for a federal offense because she crossed the bridge.
Yeah, single mother too. Huh?
Single mother. Yep, 2 kids. Worked at a hospital, lost her job. And then, I was telling her that story, and then I also told her about the retired school teacher that had bought an old flintlock pistol at an antique place that wouldn't even fire, and he got arrested. Same thing. I think Evan actually, helped defend him as well. But they got, stupid laws.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get worse. You still with me? Troy, you there? I've lost Troy. Where'd he go? Where's he at? Yep, he'll reboot in a second. He'll be back on. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not. If you can hear me, somebody type something on YouTube on the chat side or something. Let me know you can still hear me. Hopefully I didn't lose it. Bill Donovan is messaging me, said they censored Troy. They probably did. We started talking about guns and stuff, and there they go. But so yeah, my daughter's doing this class for her government class, and it's funny. She sent me she has to do. She's doing most of it online, so she's doing discussion boards and stuff, and it's amazing to see all the liberals out there that are in the class with her talking about why you don't need guns, why you don't need ARs, and she's trying to explain to them, that it's for protection for you, your family. And people are like, well, how could you even think about killing somebody? It's like, well, if you carry a gun, that's not your intent. Your intent is just to protect yourself. And if you have to, you have to. But hopefully this lawsuit against New Jersey will start opening some doors. And if it goes to the Supreme Court, which, hey, I hope it does, then they'll have a judgment that they'll have to recognize for all the states. That'll help out our buddies in Virginia right now that are facing that governor up there and his legislators. I think they said they passed, was it 7 or 9 gun bills that they're trying to push right now to stop people in Virginia from carrying. So I don't know what they're going to do. Then you got, California, they're liberals and don't want you to have guns. And I was talking to a friend of mine. I told him, I said, hey, if you get a chance, get on Palmetto State and order something, and help out the show. And he listens to the show all the time. And he's like, I wish I could, but I can't buy anything out of state. Like, and have it shipped into California. And I'm like, man. So I don't know what they're doing. And I am not sure where Troy has gone. His head some crash bad. He's texting me right now. Hold on. He said he's freezing up. Hillary probably found out we were broadcasting. Bill says, why wouldn't you carry one for protection? That's what I said too, Bill. She makes some good cases, and she's doing a great job on her class, because she sent me all the stuff that she is replying back to these liberals, and it is so funny to see what you can tell she's my daughter. There is no doubt in that, because she's listened well over the years, and she's giving it right back to them. So it's it's quite funny watching her go after them. But she's holding her ground, so she's doing a good job with it. Let's see. Well, Troy is back here in a minute, I guess. So he can talk about the stuff he's doing. Actually, he's got some pretty good stuff. But anyway, until he shows back up, I'm going to go ahead and do a listener feed. Up here it comes.
I'm back. I don't know if
you're back. So we figured either Hillary got to you or something.
You're still breaking up.
Are you with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Everything just crashed. My computer locked up. Wouldn't let me even hit a key. Wouldn't let me control delete. Wouldn't let me. A mouse didn't work. It was completely frozen. So, gremlins are in the house.
Brian said he didn't think our comments and stuff are transferring over on the Facebook side, which I haven't gotten any message over there. I got a few people talking to me on the YouTube channel. Well,
it's a learning process. We've probably got a lot more to learn.
We probably do. I'm glad you're back. I was fixing to go to listener feedback. I said, well, Troy's got a bunch of good stuff. If he gets back,
if I can get back to it. He's freezing. Put his sweater on. All right. I don't know, man. I just checked my internet speed, and I've got 900 megabits or whatever down and 1.6 up. Get 1.6 gig up. So it's not the internet. I don't know if it's my system crashing, but there only one app running. It's just weird. I don't know if Facebook's still running, because I don't have a visual on it. It shows it's running on this side.
Well, we're running.
Okay. Well, enough of the back channel stuff. Let's get on with the show. So my guiding gun stuff, daily Bible reading, had church security on Sunday. I usually take the first week of the month for church security, and so I had to serve the last week of last month because we had some people out sick with flu and stuff. But everything was uneventful for the most part. Just had a stray dog trying to get in the church. That's about it. That was a good day, when you don't have much going on. Let's see. Been praying a lot. Been praying a lot for just a lot of things going on in our lives here, and praying for a lot of sickness. A lot of people are ill in this area. A lot of schools are closed for flu and various illnesses rolling around. So just a lot of illnesses going around this area. On the gun side, of course, the everyday carry went last Friday to the Frankfurt Second Amendment rally. Told you guys I was going to that last week, and I did. It rained, and it was about 40 something degrees and rain most of the day. Got to talk to Thomas Massey, one of the representatives from Kentucky, great libertarian guy. He is a big pro-gun guy. He brought in with him Hiller, the guy that was the man who sued the District of Columbia over his right to be able to carry, in that big landmark case where they won and declared that the Second Amendment was a personal right. It wasn't a right to a National Guard or some kind of a militia, but it was a personal right for each person to be able to carry, and that the laws of DC were restricting his rights, and so he got up and talked. The dude's in his 80s, I think, and he got up and talked and was just a fireball. And he actually lived in Kentucky for a period of time, so he came and spoke. We had he also talked about Shanine's case in New Jersey.
Did he?
And how that some of the lawyers he was working with had tried to help Shanine get released from jail, and how they got that pardon and all that stuff. But he was a great speaker. We had several good candidates that are running for state offices and some nationwide offices that spoke at the rally. I was really disappointed after being at Virginia and seeing the turnout there to see the turnout at the Frankfurt wasn't very inspiring. So that was a little bit disappointing. I think probably over the course of the day we may have had close to 1,000 people show up. People came and for a little while stood in the rain and decided they had enough of that and went home. It started at 9 o'clock in the morning and it went till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I stayed pretty much all day. I had a little bit of a delay getting there. I think I was like 20 minutes late or something, but just due to all the rain and the traffic being bad. But was there, got to meet all of the representatives, got to talk to again several good candidates running for office. So it was a good day. Daphne, my oldest daughter, she turned 21 this week, and so we celebrated her birthday. And one of the things we did is it was nice and sunny on Monday, nice and warm and sunny. So we got out and she got to shoot her new pistol that she got for Christmas, and I trained her on that, and she did great. I set up a man-sized target at 50 feet, and she hit them all in the A zone. I mean, the eye box and down here in the sternum, the chest, and that gun wasn't designed for accuracy. It's more of one of those face guns. It's a little Beretta Tomcat, just so she could carry something concealable, something easier for her to pack. And then I'm working with her to try to decide what kind of primary carry pistol she's going to have. Plus, we got out her AR pistol, and she got to shoot it. And man, she was lights out. I didn't even have it zeroed in. And she was nailing it. I mean, windage was perfect. The elevation was off just a little bit, so I just needed to adjust the elevation a bit. We worked on that with her, and she really likes that. I mean, it's got that 10.5-inch barrel, and that's just a beautiful gun. I love the way it turned out. She shot that, and then she's got what she calls her Russian assassin pistol. She's gonna be mad at me for telling all of this. But I got her a Ruger Mark IV with a big heavy barrel on it.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's got a suppressor, because it's got that big huge barrel, and she likes shooting that one, and she says it looks like a assassin pistol, so she likes that. So we shot all three of those guns on Monday. It was nice and warm, and then tonight it's snowing here in Kentucky. So
is it?
Yep. Yeah, we go from 70 degrees to 24 degrees and snowing. That's what the forecast is tonight. So
man, we've had like 5 inches of rain today. It's been crazy.
Well, that's a lot.
But no snow.
It's been raining since, I guess, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday. It's been raining since then. Solid. I mean, just not heavy, just a solid, slow, steady rain, and the creeks are full and cows are waddling through the water. So it's one of those days. Then I worked on the bunker here. I cleaned up my reloading /bunker /office /studio. It was getting a little bit hoarder looking. I mean, I was afraid something was going to fall over on me and I'd be stuck here and they'd find me 5 years from now or something. So I had to reorganize a lot of stuff, restack cans, ammo cans, and all that stuff squared away. So that's pretty much my guy gun stuff for the week. Several other things, but we'll probably hit on those throughout the show. EDC check, Doug. What are you carrying tonight?
Usual suspect, man. I got the Glock 19 in my crossbreed holster, and I got the night vision sight, the Student of the Gun edition night vision sights. I don't know if you can see it or not. I think you can.
I feel triggered.
You feel triggered? Finger off the
muzzle me, bro. Don't muzzle me, bro.
Finger off the trigger. But she is hot.
She's hot. And, ready to rock.
I got her loaded up. I got a couple of extra mags. I just walked in the house just before we started. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to record tonight because I had something I had to do. And I was like, nah, I'll make it back. I made it finally.
Good deal. I noticed that you removed some of your hair up here.
I did. My wife hates it. She hated my mustache and goatee, and she's been after me for 2 years to get rid of it. And I'm like, So this time she asked me, she said, duck season's over. She said, can you please just shave it for a little while? I'm like, okay. So I did this morning, shaved it for her, and it'll be I'll start growing it back today.
I remember last time I shaved everything off, I was in sales, and the reason I shaved it off is I was in the sales office, and I looked across the table, and I had a goatee, and the guy across from me had a goatee, and the guy beside him had a goatee, and the guy beside him had a goatee, and the guy beside him had a mustache, and I'm like, I think we all look alike. We're all different, various sizes and looks, but we all had the goatees. I'm like, I'm shaving this off. I shaved it off. I was like, oh my gosh. I kept it about a week, and I grew it back. Everybody else shaved theirs off after I shaved mine off. So everybody got rid of it. It was sort of funny, but man, I was like, I don't like that look.
I walked into work today, and everybody thought I'd lost a bet. I'm like, no, I'm doing something nice for the wife that she asked me to do. So
you gotta keep it through Valentine's Day, right? Then
probably.
Then you're free.
Then it'll be almost time for duck season again.
Is that by the time it grows out, or is that just
no?
Let's see. My ADC is Glock 30S and carrying a Super Tuck Deluxe. And what else we got here? ED2 Light Defender. That's the whatever it is. I forgot what it is. You guys know it. You've heard it enough times before. All right. Do we have a feedback?
Hey, we do have a feedback tonight, actually. And this is from a buddy of mine. My buddy Rick had actually bought a new crossbreed holster for one of his guns. And he actually took the time and sent Crossbreed a nice email. And so I thought I would read it tonight. It said, he sent it to Crossbreed Holsters. It says, I just purchased my first Crossbreed holster on the advice of the boys from God and Guns podcast. I'm extremely happy to say it's all they said it would be. My Kimber now rides in a happy place, and it's so comfortable for me. Thanks, Rick Rawson. Thank you, Crossbreed Holsters.
Cool.
So thanks for sending them that, Rickster. I appreciate it. And thanks for sending that to me so I could read it.
Awesome. So did Chad send you some lame jokes?
Chad always sends me. Chad sends me good jokes. Chad.
Good jokes, Chad. Dad jokes.
I did not use one of them tonight, though. I got this one off of a different site.
Yeah, Chad commented earlier. I don't know if he's with us tonight or not.
I thought this was appropriate since duck season just went out. It was kind of neat. So, Comedy Corner tonight is called Forgiveness. There was a man standing before a judge in California, communist California, for shooting a condor. That's a protected bird, and people kill them must pay the consequences. The man pleaded with the judge by saying, I just arrived to this state. I have never seen a bird that large before. I was hungry, could not help myself, and I shot and ate it. The judge said, well, I forgive you. Just don't ever let it happen again. The man replied, yes, sir. Judge, curious about the bird, asked the man, well, how did it taste? The man replied, I guess it was somewhere between a whooping crane and a spotted owl.
But not as good as a bald eagle.
not as good as an eagle or a hawk. Hawk tastes like chicken.
Chicken hawk.
Hey, it was funny. we were. I don't know if I told you a couple weeks ago that my son-in-law's grandpa was over at his place, and for some reason, the property across the street or right across the dirt road from his property, people like to dump hogs and stuff that they kill. They just go shoot them and take them off the field, and they go dump them, whatever. And down here, the game wardens don't care about that other than dumping them on somebody else's property. But somebody had shot 7 sandhill cranes and dumped them down there. And I hadn't even really seen a sandhill crane in Georgia. And I was outside Saturday morning, I guess it was, and I heard them up in the sky. And I looked up, and man, I bet there was 100 of them things in a flock come flying in, and they were just chilling out. I'm like, well, don't go over there and land because somebody's gonna kill you. Yeah, we can't shoot them down here. I know Kentucky's got a season on them, and a lot of other states have seasons on them. But
they're thick down here, man. Barren Lake, it's covered up with them in the wintertime. That's where they come to nest or come to hang out in the wintertime. And I was outside, I guess it was Monday or Tuesday, we were out there shooting, and there was hundreds of them flying. They were heading north, so I guess they thought winter was over with. They were heading already back north.
Oh, I'm sure the ducks are already headed back north. They're bound to be getting a push coming out of Louisiana and stuff, heading back up the flyway.
Yeah, we got tons of those cranes. We've got them that are here all the time, around that stay here seasonally, But I'm getting lost over here. Let's see. Wendy's commenting over here. All right, so Bible verse. See, that was yours. That was all the joke one. Yep. So the Bible verse this week's coming from Ecclesiastes 4, verse 10. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 10. And I'm reading from the ESV version. And let's see. It says, "And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, 2 will withstand him, and threefold cord is not quickly broken." So what does that mean? Go ahead, tell us, Doug. What does that mean to you?
Say it again.
I caught you off.
I was commenting.
I got you.
You got me watching all the social media sites.
I got you wandering off. All right, so we'll read again, Doug. Ecclesiastes 4:12. It says, "Although a man prevail against one who is alone, 2 will withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken." I've seen this verse illustrated lots of times, and you talked about it when you did with the kids with the one. You hand them some popsicle sticks.
Yep.
And go ahead there with it. I know you want to use an analogy.
I can jump in on this. So, you do it with kids in a Awana class or whatever your children's class is at your church, but you go up to them, and the object of the lesson is to prove that it's harder to break more together that stand together than it is a single. So you take one popsicle stick and give it to them, and they break it easily, Then you put 2 together, and they try to break that, and they can. But when you get 10 together, they're struggling. They can't break it. So it goes back to, where 2 or more are gathered, the devil can't attack you as easily when you got people that you can fall back on and help you.
Exactly. And so for you guys that aren't familiar with Oath Keepers, we've had him on the show. We've had Stuart on the show, I don't know, 2-3 times, and we've had him on for a special call for some things and things like that. But Oath Keepers has been around, I don't know, since probably 2010, 2009, somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the exact date, but I've been with them since 2013. I know you were with them pretty soon after that.
Yep.
You joined up there in Georgia. And so what is Oath Keepers? So Oath Keepers is a group of retired and active military, police, law enforcement, first responders, people who have sworn an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. And so that oath never ends. You take that oath as a lifetime oath that you're going to defend the Constitution against enemies, foreign and domestic. And so what is that? How does that apply to us? as believers and as Christians, as people who are of faith, I mean, we are called to die to ourselves and live for God, and that we might show the love of God to others. And in the Oath Keepers, you're standing up for the citizenry. You're standing up for your country, that it won't be overtaken by those who would take away our rights and subjugate us as subjects under a ruler, instead of us being free under the Constitution we have inherited. And so, as Oath Keepers, you're swearing that you're going to uphold and defend the Constitution. You're not going to enforce, and you're not going to obey any unconstitutional laws, and you're not going to force anybody else to obey them. And that's front and center in the situation here in Virginia that we've been dealing with, and here in Kentucky, where we've got some congressmen on the other side of the aisle of the party who are wanting us to give up our rights for the promise of freedom, or promise of safety. You know, as Ben Franklin said, you not only lose your safety, you lose your freedom. You know, if you start going and trading off your freedom for safety, you won't get either one of those. So as promise keepers, we band together to help each other, support each other from state to state, nationwide. Stuart's came in here in Kentucky, and he's and the Promise Keepers went, as we saw in Virginia. There was several there. Brett was running film crews. That's why we didn't get to see Brett when we were there, Doug. He was telling me that he had cameras out there. They were running film crews to record all of the people that were there. And I was telling him, you know, I thought that was a joke that they keep on reporting this 22,000 people,
right,
of being all that was there. And he said, no, more, it's more like 122,000. He said that all those reports are way off. And as we know, because we were there.
Oh, yeah.
That those reports are way off. But, you know, if you want to know more about Oath Keepers, I mean, we're not getting paid anything for this. This is just a PSA pretty much thing. And since they're running our show now on their platform, we want to acknowledge them and the work they do. But you can go to oathkeepers.org and find out more about Oath Keepers. If you want to join, if you want to just give some money to help out with the fight going on in Virginia, if you want to buy raffle tickets, I'm sure all that's right there at oathkeepers.org. And you can get on their mailing list like I do, because as we can see, websites and social media sites and stuff can be taken down, and just the flip of a switch. These guys, they don't want to hear from us anymore. They just turn us off. So make sure you are getting on mailing lists and things like that, because if we disappear, you guys know our email address, and you can get in touch with us, and we'll tell you where you can find us again.
Well, that's like Oath Keepers. Well, they were going out and defending Trump supporters at Trump rallies, and still are.
Yeah.
But you know, you were involved in Lexington at the Trump rally up there, and you're running what, 3 and 4 man teams, and
4-man teams. We had 10 4-man teams, I believe.
When the and you guys were working with 3 percenters as well, and had quite the standing. But when Antifa dropped off their little bus load of basement dwelling kids,
yeah.
They get out there against these guys, and some of them guys are built like brick outhouses. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, there's some corn-fed boys, and them little whiny couch dwellers didn't want anything to do with that.
No, no, for sure. Yeah, and so you know, just to wrap up our Bible verse here, it's important that we realize that individually we can all be taken. We can all be defeated individually. But when we are bound together as brothers and sisters, as believers and brothers and sisters, and as Oath Keepers or 3 percenters, that we are not easily defeated. It would take a lot more to defeat us. And as gun owners, as people who love our freedom and don't want to lose our constitutional rights, we're going to have to band together. We're going to have to stand tall, and we're going to have to chip in some money to help out for, you know, travel and things like that. You know, do what you can do. I know everybody's squeezed on their budgets, but, you know, do what you can do when you can do it, and try to support the cause. And I know there's a lot of causes out there, you know, but pray about it. Let God lead you on how you should spend your money. What's the best benefit? But remember, at the end of the day, as long as you know you're secured in your faith, you're secured in your knowledge that you're going to heaven, you got to be as bold as a lion. You should stand right in front of the gun muzzle of a government agent and, defy unconstitutional orders, because we have the right through nullification. We have the right to not obey any law that's repugnant to the Constitution. And gun laws are repugnant to the Constitution. They are an affront to our Constitution. They should be ignored, and people are going to go to jail. I may end up going to jail. Doug may end up going to jail, because we're not going to obey an unconstitutional, illegal order by government servants of the people.
Well, that's just like we were talking about. We went to Virginia. I told my wife, I said, just watch your phone. If you get an unknown number coming out of Virginia, answer it, because that might be the only call I get.
It's my one call, baby.
One call, that's all. Come get me.
Leave voicemail.
Hey, but you were talking about, people have hit me up a bunch. It's like, hey, I'm glad you and Troy went up there and shared our voice for all of our listeners from God and Guns and helping out Oath Keepers. We took the time. Everybody can't do that. I get that. They can't. And if you can't make it, hey, if you can chip in $5, $10, and donate to Oath Keepers, because they pay for guys that come out to help out and do security stuff. They help with rooms for them. They help out with gas money for them at times. That's just like Evan Knappen and Mike have a site set up. It's not GoFundMe, but it's like a Patreon, or I don't know what it is. It's not a GoFundMe, but it's something like that. But they're doing all this for free. They're doing it out of their own pocket, and it costs money. Pro bono. It costs money to file lawsuits. It costs money to file paperwork in court. It costs money to go to court. So, all that stuff helps.
Good deal. Yeah. Or you can buy some raffle tickets for an AR-10. So you got that as well. But no kidding. We had a hotel room provided to us at the expense of an Oath Keeper here in Kentucky, that said, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to go. I want you guys to take the room. And he footed the bill for 2 nights there in Richmond, Virginia. He stood tall. I mean, and Oath Keepers, Stuart, them guys said, hey, man, you need gas money, you need hotel money to come. And I'm like, no, we're good. We got it covered. We had somebody donate us a room. We had, we had the money to be able to drive up there and be there. And so, we tried to lift the burden off that. But, if you're a Oath Keeper and you need to get a way to get to a rally, or a way to get to an event to try to support our Constitution, support our citizens, then they're going to try to find a way to get you there.
Yeah, they will.
They're going to put you on a bus or in a car with some other guys and carpool, or they're going to get you there somehow. So you guys support them and if you can. And we really appreciate them inviting us to be on their platform. We'll see how this works out. Hopefully everything will go well tonight, and you guys give them some feedback, and we'll post up some more links. I mean, literally this thing just happened a couple hours before the show, so we're flying by the seat of our pants tonight. All right,
we always do.
We always do. All right, so we've got a store, a Guide and Gun store, and we can find that attached to our Facebook. If you want to help us out, you can buy some patches and stickers. I am working on trying to get some new products in. I've said that before, and I've not had the money in. We've gotten a little bit of money in, so I'm going to try to purchase some things and put up on our store, some new things for you guys. And we would appreciate if you take a look there and see what we've got already there. I think we've got like 3 shirts left. I don't know. I think they're in the inventory. So if you got some oddball sizes, we've got a few oddball sizes. I think we got like a kid small and an adult 3X and some weird different sizes, but you can check that out. You guys have been requesting Zija samples and things, and I've given out so many samples. I'm upside down on my expenses, and it's not your fault. I've offered them. It cost me about, when I send out a sample pack for like a week supply, it cost me about $25 plus the shipping. So you're looking at a $28, $30 in that range for me to send a sample pack. But a lot of you guys have signed up, and I appreciate that. What is Zija? Zija is the stuff I take to help me with my aches and pains. I blew out 3 discs in my neck several years ago, and it was the only thing that would provide relief to me. It's an anti-inflammatory product. It's all natural. It's not a drug. It's just a food product that you can mix in with water and drink once a day. And it got me out of pain after in 5 days after being in excruciating pain for 6 months with blown disc. You go to godandguns.myzija, that's MYZIJA, check them out. Check it out. I've got my testimony there and everything else. I've lost an additional about 48 to 50 pounds this last 7 months. I've been slowly losing weight, and I'm on the Zija, and I'm getting smaller and smaller. My hat's so big it keeps falling down my eyes because the big fat roll that used to be on the back of my head has disappeared. So my hat won't stay on, my 3X large hat I used to wear. I put this thing on and it keeps going because I've lost all that big roll of fat. Have you ever seen us big fat guys? We got a big roll of fat back on the back of our head. But I've lost that, and I went through 3 different cross-breed belts. I'm about halfway through the last one they sent me just about 2 months ago. So I'm quickly losing more, quickly for me. Antares Alliance, we're Antares Alliance Life member. What is Antares Alliance? They are a group of patriots, retired military, first responders, retired police officers, and just patriots like me and Doug. Well, Doug's a veteran that have started their own companies, and they've all worked together to try to help support each other and get their marketing out there. So they've banded together as a band of brothers and sisters. There's a lot of women in the organization, and they're helping support each other, and they're supporting our veterans and their first responders and multiples of charities. So you can check those guys out at TerriousAlliance.com, find out more all about it. We've also picked up sponsorship for Proper Gear. We're working on getting you. We're going to have a link up for that in probably by next week. So Proper Gear is like the shirts I wear. I like these shirts with the zippers on them, so I can put my phone in them. I don't know if you can see it. I put my phone in there and just zip it up, and it's right there, handy, ready to go. I look like a crackhead with a baseball cap sideways. But Proper Gear, they've got all kinds of. It's like police, military type clothing, which is really durable. It washes, and it's just, I love their gear. I love Proper Gear. I always have been buying it through DeVore for years, and now they have asked us to. They are become a sponsor of the show, so those links will be available in our show notes later on. LA Tactical Gear, for you guys that are familiar with LA Tactical Gear, is a new sponsor of the show. Those links will also be in our show notes. Doug's working on the website, so he should have that up and going soon. We'll have them in our show notes on the Farms Radio Network page as well. And I throw this link in here for Russ Bianchi. Russ Bianchi is the formulator of the Zija I was talking about earlier, first thing. And he has a really simple diet plan. It's like 3 pages. It's things don't eat, stay away from, avoid at all costs. There's things you can eat, things you can eat in moderation, things that you can eat, a couple times a week. Don't eat it up for every meal. And there's things you can eat all you want of. It's a real simple plan, and it works really well. It was a I guess you would call it a paleo / low fat, low carb diet before that stuff was popular. Because I started doing this 2009 or so. I think is when I started taking this stuff, and I lost 137 pounds in 3 months on that diet and taking the Zija, and I followed it like a Bible. I didn't deviate from it, and man, it works like crazy, because I had high triglycerides, high blood sugar. They were saying that I needed diabetes medicine, all that stuff. And in 3 months, all my blood sugar levels, all those things were perfectly normal. Everything's back in normal range. And so it works. It works for me. If it may work for you. So if you guys want a sample or whatever, I can send them out, but I'm going to have to start charging for them because my wife's going to beat me over the head with a stick if I don't start recouping some money on those things. All right, so you got the rest of them, and then we'll be on to Armed Citizen after that. Thanks for hanging with us, guys.
Let's see. You heard Troy and I talk about them a little while ago. We brought them up first of the show. This is my crossbreed holster, and you can tell it is well broke in. I've had this one since, Oh man, this is a Founders Edition. So that was what, 2 NRAs ago, 3 NRAs ago,
two NRAs ago, I guess.
at least 2.
They've sent you a new one too, haven't they?
No, this was a new one.
Oh, that was a new one. I thought they sent you that newest one that came out.
Oh yeah. I don't
Okay.
The Freedom Carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one too. It's not. I like it. To me, it's more like an appendix carry,
right,
holster, and with the tactical muffin top, it's just not a. That's not a full figure guy's kind of way to carry a gun.
I'm getting close to carrying appendix.
Are you?
Yep. It's almost where it's not pointing at my stuff. The muffin top in the front's almost gone.
There you go. But Crossbreed holsters, they got all kinds of holsters out there. Just like my buddy Rick read his while ago. I've been telling him about Crossbreed for a long time, and he finally decided to break down and go ahead and get one. And check this out, Crossbreed, the holster he got a Super Tuck Deluxe, just like this one, but he got it for 1911. And Crossbreed had it on sale on their website, and he used our promo code G&G, put that in, and they still gave him another 10% off the sale price. So he got a great deal on it. So you can't beat it. Go check our buddies out, crossbreedholsters.com. And like Rick did, if you buy something from them and you like it, somebody emailed me the other day actually and told me that they had just gotten in their new Crossbreed holster, and they were breaking it in, and they thanked us for turning them on to Crossbreed because they said it was a very comfortable holster. But if you got the money, spend a little extra, get the Founders Edition or the one with the horsehide backer on it, and they're just so comfortable, man. You just can't until you get one. A lot of people compare them to other holsters, but there's no comparison. Lifetime warranty on them. Something's wrong with them, if you lose a screw or clip, which only thing mine's ever done, the little screw right there on the clip, every once in a while from wearing it, it'll loosen up a little bit. You just got to take a screwdriver and tighten it back up a little bit, and you're back in business. Rock on.
Loctite on it.
Well, yeah, you can put a little Loctite on it.
That's what I've been doing.
And I do carry this. Crossbreed sent us these. These were the new mag carriers that they had came out with this year, and so
they will attach to that new holster. So
yeah, they will. I just hadn't put it on. I hadn't put it on there and tried it yet, but you can carry it inside or outside the waistband. So whatever floats your boat. So go check them out, Crossbreed Holsters, and use our promo code G&G. Get your 10% discount just for listening. Axles and Tactical. You heard me talking about them a while ago. That's what I dropped a hog with. That's pretty much what I hog hunt with is my axles. And when Jeff sent me that gun, he had it Cerakoted, especially for me with it's laying over on the bed. I would show it to you, but most of you guys have seen it before. But he had it Cerakoted in a military style camo, which is really cool looking. If you follow some, I don't know, I didn't post that picture on Facebook or on our God and Guns Facebook page the other day, but I got a picture holding it with the night vision and stuff on it, and it's a really cool looking picture. But it is a tack driver. If you want a gun that shoots precision and it's just bad out of the box, go check out Axelson. It's actually axelsonusa.com, and find something. If you're a long range shooter and you want to try some of that stuff, they have long range guns that they make. They make what do they got? Glocks. They customize Glocks. The Axe 19 is a bad looking gun, which I still want one. I'm going to get one day. But they are cool. They also have a backpack that they sell with their guns. It's like a case. It folds. It's a case for your gun when you order it, and it'll fold up into a backpack. You can carry your gun in it like that, or you can fold it out. It makes a shooter's mat. It's just, they got some really cool stuff. And like I said, they are high performance, high quality shooting guns. So go check them out, axelsonusa.com. Use the promo code God and Guns, and they also will give you 10% off on a gun of your choice if you find one you like, which you probably will. And they'll hook you right up. PowerTac lights, you heard Troy and I talking about them. They're one of our new sponsors, and a lot of people have been buying their lights from them. I'm fixing to buy a new light. I'm going to buy the same one that my son-in-law bought for his gun. I'm going to turn one of my ARs into a house gun. I'm going to put the light on it, and with the pressure switch, the whole 9 yards, and that way, for home defense. That way I don't have to. I keep the flashlight next to the bed, but I usually grab a pistol. But if you ever need to come out with a rifle, it'd be nice to have one with a flashlight on it. They are bright. They're almost indestructible. I'm telling you, man, these things they're awesome. But go check them out. PowerTac lights. It's powertac.com. Use the promo code God and Guns. And PowerTac is giving our listeners 20% off of any flashlight. It doesn't matter if it's on sale, if it's on clearance. They give us 20%, give you 20% off. And they actually send Troy and I a little bit of love for the show for stuff that we sell through the site. So can't beat it. And they're great lights, and they help us out too. So there you go. Go help our sponsors out and check those guys out. And last but not least, by any means, Palmetto State Armory. They have had some great deals on there. My wife is going to get so tired of me going to Palmetto State Armory, but they have a bunch of good stuff. They run the daily deals. If you haven't signed up for their newsletter, sign up for it. Get the daily deals. They'll send you stuff every day. And right now they're running the sale on Vortex optics. They had the Strike Fire 2 for $129 if you put the promo code. I think it was promo code Vortex in. They got the Sig Romeo 5 for $119. And this one was a good one, Troy. Today's deals, they have the Strike Eagle Vortex scope. It's 1x4x24, I think is what it is. And it's almost like the one I have on I have one on my gun. I run the Viper, which is close to the same one. But normally I think it retails for about $349, and they had it, or $379. And they had it for $240 on sale today. So that is a deal.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked them out, check out Palmetto State Armory. Before you buy anything, please go over to our Facebook site or something and click on the link. Go to our show notes. We have the link in there that takes you to Palmetto State Armory first. Does it help you? Does it give you a discount? No, but it helps us out. So click on the link first, then go shop all you want to. When you check out, it automatically goes to our account, and we keep track every day of what people are buying. You may people go out and buy. I might see $50 go through. People are buying magazines, or they'll go out and they'll buy a new Vortex optic, or every once in a while, I'll see an order for $500 or $600. I know they went out and bought an AR kit, and they got all kinds of stuff. All you got to do, if you don't see on the daily deals and stuff what you're looking for, search for it. Go in their search box and look. They got all kinds of stuff out there. So, if you can't find it there, something's wrong. You're not searching right. But Palmetto State Armory, PalmettoStateArmory.com.
Cool. What we got going on for our armed citizen suspect? What happened here?
NRA armed citizen this week. Suspect shot dead after reported Canyon County robbery at a liquor store. Deputies are investigating an incident in Canyon County where one was shot and killed during a reported robbery Sunday night. The first update was at 8 a.m. Deputies of Santa Clarita Station received a call regarding an assault with a deadly weapon. Wait, I didn't think they could have weapons in California.
Only deadly ones.
Only just a deadly one. Just the criminals can have them. I'm sorry for you guys in California. Just the criminals can have them. You can't. But upon their arrival, deputies discovered an individual adult male entered the location with the intent to rob it. There was an exchange of gunfire between the suspect and the victim/store owner. Both suspects and victim were struck, according to sheriff's officials. Update at 10 p.m. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Deputy Homicide Bureau detectives responding to Golden Valley Road, Canyon County, to investigate the circumstances surrounding the shooting of a male adult and the wounding of another male adult, according to the official statement from Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office. The suspect was pronounced at the scene, and the victim sustained life-threatening injuries, officials said. So had a little shootout over there where they can't have guns.
Yeah, they had a bunch of people die in England
from stabbings.
Stabbings, yeah. So you get rid of the guns, and they go into stabbings. Of course, in France, the guy took a truck, ran over like 400, 500 people and killed almost 100. I mean, you can't stop evil with laws.
No.
Or signs. Evil has to be defeated by good people with a gun. And the better the gun, the better your chances. So if you got a single shot shotgun, you're behind the ball, man. 22 revolver that only has three chambers. You're not going to be able. Gun laws don't stop evil. Never have, never will. Only a good person willing to put their life on the line is going to stop an evil person. And the more training you have, the more likely is you will survive.
Exactly.
So get some training from our brothers over at the Bulwarks. I mean, they don't pay us nothing, but there's all kinds of training classes. If you got enough people, if you got 7, 8 people or something, you live in Missouri, hey, hit them up. They might come out to Missouri and teach you. They travel. They got vehicles, and they can get in them, and they can come to you. If you got a good range set up, and you can get a class signed up, they will be there. I know those guys, and they are not afraid to travel. They go all the way down to Georgia.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for them to come down again.
Yeah. So our range day that was supposed to be this Saturday for Bulwarks class has been postponed again because the creek's high and it's supposed to be snowing and raining again. So there's that.
maybe they'll keep putting it back where I could actually show up, because I want to try for my coin, and I have the gun to do it with this time.
You got the optic.
I got the optic. I had the gun to do it last time.
That's right. You had the gun.
Yeah, I had the gun. Well, I have the gun again, and I have optic for it. And
you just didn't heed the experience of a
I did.
Man.
My daddy for years and years said I was hard-headed, and he wasn't far off.
Yeah, still are. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, but I will achieve the coin. It's just, I'm telling you, man, if you go to that class, anybody that's listening, and you are going to that class, heed Troy's warning and my warning. If you're shooting a scope, either sight it in at 25 meters or change it out to a red dot.
Yeah.
And I would suggest you change it out to a red dot, because the farthest you're going to shoot is what, 25 meters?
Something like that.
Or did you go out to 50? Did we go to 50?
The range I was on, we were shooting 200 meters just for the heck of it. But I was ringing bells with the red dot. Huh?
Not the coin.
No, not the coin. The coin is the FH, whatever it is. There's a test that's stated in the Bulwarks stuff how to do it. 4 series at 4 different distances of series.
I didn't get the coin, but I did get the leather Bulwarks patch for being the last man standing in one of the things that they did, which was really cool. And so I did manage that one, but I did not attain the coin as Troy did.
There's 2 guys that are vying for the trifecta. No one's ever got it yet, all 3 coins. There was 2 guys that were going to try to do it the last 2 times they've had this thing scheduled.
What's the third coin?
You got the shotgun, the pistol, and the carbine.
Oh, you get a coin for shotgun?
Yeah. We had one guy get it at that last class that Gunner was at. The one where I blew my shoulder out and I couldn't even raise my arm up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was there with a bandage on. I was wanting to shoot so bad. I was like, I want to get, they shoot out, I think it's 50 yards. You're shooting slugs. And you got to have a hole like this, dude. Like, like a 4-inch circle with slugs.
So you shoot slugs?
We shoot buckshot and slugs and birdshot, but on the drill, on the one that you go for a coin, you shoot buckshot at the close range and you switch to slugs when you move out further. There's four different, just like the pistol. There's four different distances, and just like the carbine, there's four different ranges that you got to shoot at. So you got to know your offset, you got to know your bullet drop, and all that. It's some serious stuff. Well, we've rambled on enough about that. We need to wrap it up. People have gone to bed on us, I think. I don't know. There's lots of people over on YouTube. Looks like I don't know what happened to the Facebook people. I think they're
still there.
Some of them still there.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go wrap it up. You got anything else before I wrap it up?
We're good.
We've got a lot more we can talk about, but we don't want to drag you guys into the late night. So send your feedback to Troy at GuidingGunsPodcast.com or
Doug at GuidingGunsPodcast.com.
Please tell your friends about us. Like us. Please like us on whatever platform you're on. Give us a thumbs up. Get notifications. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. Got Facebook.com/Guiding Guns Podcast. All one together. Subscribe and follow us on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you know where to do that at.
Like the video. If you're on there tonight watching, like the
video. We need all the likes we can get. Follow us on Twitter at Guiding Guns Pod. We're also running on Periscope tonight. That's a new thing for us. I think that feeds over on the Twitter. Periscope. And search for us on Instagram. I posted something over there just before the show. Search for us on MeWe. Had a lot of people recently have come over to MeWe and signed up. That's sort of our fail-safe. Should the social media guides decide that they're going to ban us and banish us from their platforms, we will have somewhere to rally point at. Our website is guidinggunspodcast.com, and Doug someday is going to get that up and going.
We're actually going to
someday soon.
We're actually get off of where it's at.
Yeah, we're going to have to probably get a new, what do you call it? Something.
Hosting site.
Yeah, host site. All right, Doug, till next time, have a blessed week.
And keep your Bible close, or keep your gun close, but keep your Bible closer.
All right, guys, we appreciate it. Thanks, John. Any other comments, you guys, just send them on our way. Let us know, and we appreciate all your feedback so we know how we're doing out there. And have a great night. Good night, everybody. Adios.
Good night.